Hello! Welcome to Adventures with Nana. Stories read aloud. Oh, Jessie's joining us today also. Say hello, Jessie. Well, I know it's been a while since I've seen you, but Poppers and I have been working on a project that we are very excited about. We wrote and illustrated a book, and we're dedicating it to our 3 grandchildren, Callie, Faith, Noah, and Bridge. But today we'd like to share it with all of you. The story is called Little Dirty Dozer. It's written by Clifton Baker and Nancy Baker and illustrated by Nancy Baker. Before we get started, I need to share with you that this story is a little difficult to read. It's what you call a tongue twister. By the time we finish, I think you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, here is the start of the book. This is Little Dirty Dozer. Little Dirty Dozer was a happy little dozer. He loved to play in the dirt. He lived in a great big yard, and there were other families that lived in the yard too. And the dads all worked together on the same crew. They built roads, they built bridges, they built towns. See? Here's Little Dirty Dozer, and there's all the other heavy equipment pieces. And here's the roads, and the bridge, and the town. Every morning, Little Dirty Dozer got up early with his dad, D10, and watched him go off to work. Little Dirty Dozer dreamed of the day he would go to work with his dad. See, he's watching, the sun's coming up. But until then, every day, he played in the small piles of dirt in the yard. There he is, playing in the dirt. How many of you like to play in the dirt? When I was your age, I loved to play in the dirt. Bobby Backhoe was Little Dirty Dozer's best friend. He dug up piles of dirt for Little Dirty Dozer to move. Little Dirty Dozer pushed dirt. Bobby Backhoe piled dirt. Little Dirty Dozer spread dirt. And by the end of the day, they were covered in dirt. They loved getting dirty. So this is Bobby Backhoe. And see the boys digging up the dirt and piling it up and moving it. And what fun to get dirty playing in the dirt. Little Skidsteer lived next door in the yard. He had lots of implements. He had a bucket and a fork and a rake and a broom. He didn't like to share, so he didn't play with the others. See, there's his bucket and his forks and his rake and his broom. One day, Little Skidsteer was showing off his new bucket and passed by Little Dirty Dozer and Bobby Backhoe while they were playing. He made fun of them instead of joining in their fun. Oh, look at him. He's looking awfully proud there, isn't he? He laughed and cried out, "Little Dirty Dozer, all you can do is play in the dirt like a pig. Bobby Backhoe, all you can do is dig, dig, dig." Then he said, "Look at my toys and all of the things I can do with them. I'm better than you and I never get dirty." There he is, showing off what he can do with his forks, moving the barrels and raking the leaves and sweeping with his broom. And it's true. He's white and he's clean. He never got dirty. Well, my goodness, I can't get the page to turn. Little Skidsteer's harsh words dug deep into Little Dirty Dozer's heart. Little Dirty Dozer always believed all of the earth movers had important jobs. Now he wasn't so sure. He didn't feel like playing anymore that day. He was very sad. The next day, Little Dirty Dozer did not get up early with his dad. He did not watch his dad leave for work. Little Dirty Dozer did not go out into the yard to play. His dad wondered what was wrong, but didn't have time to ask before he left for work. So there he is, headed off to work. And it's kind of sad because Little Dirty Dozer is nowhere. But at noon, D10 rushed into the yard, frantically calling for Little Dirty Dozer. Little Dirty Dozer, we need your help. Little Skidsteer's papa, BC753, is stuck in the mud. You are small enough you won't sink in the bog, yet big enough to carry the heavy cable and hook it up to pull him out. Oh my goodness, look at BC753. That's Little Skidsteer's papa. He is really stuck in the mud, isn't he? Let's see what happens. Although Little Dirty Dozer wasn't feeling important, he saw his dream coming true. He was going to work with his dad. So he gathered his courage, revved up his engine, vroom, 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 and forgot the mean words Little Skidsteer used the day before. He rushed to the job site with his dad. See, there he is, digging in, revving up his engine, and look, he looks happy here, dreaming about fulfilling his dream and going to work with his dad. All the little earth movers hurried to see what the excitement was about and followed them. They found D10 at the edge of the bog, reeling out his cable. Little Dirty Dozer cautiously moved toward BC753. There he's got the cable. BC753 says, "Help!" He quickly hooked the cable to the bucket. BC753 was buried deep. Then, Little Dirty Dozer pushed from behind while his dad pulled. Vroom, vroom. He's pushing hard. Together, the Dozer team successfully rescued the big skid steer. Hooray! All of the earth movers were happy. D10 exclaimed, "We couldn't have done it without you, Little Dirty Dozer. I am proud of you." Look at his big smile. All of the earth movers heartily cheered as BC753 made it to safe ground. He gratefully thanked the Dozers. And Little Dirty Dozer burst with pride and stood tall by his father's side. Look at him there. He's so proud. Little Skidsteer hugged his dad and told him he loved him. He also thanked the Dozers. Today, he learned a big lesson. Every earth mover has an important job. Look at him hugging his dad. He humbly apologized to Little Dirty Dozer and Bobby Backhoe for his harsh words. Then fathers and sons all rolled toward home together. There they are. Looks like the sun's going down. The shadows are growing long, and they're all a team. The next day at the yard, Little Dirty Dozer pushed dirt. Bobby Backhoe piled dirt, and Little Dirty Dozer spread dirt. And Little Skidsteer scooped dirt. Look at that, he decided to play with the other boys. The three small earth movers became the best of friends and moved earth together all day long. And by the end of the day, they were happily covered in dirt. Well, isn't that a good story? Sometimes when we think that we're better than others, we could miss out on a really good friendship, and that's what happened to Little Skidsteer. So some of the lessons that we learn from this story are attitude. It's everything. Pick a good one. Little Skidsteer didn't have the best attitude to begin with, but after he saw that everybody had an important job, His attitude changed, didn't it? Another lesson we learned is to be courageous. That's a lesson that Little Dirty Dozer learned. He also learned not to let the words of others hurt him and keep him from doing what he needed to do. So he stepped up to the plate and he was courageous. And another lesson we learned is to forgive one another. That's what Bobby Backhoe and Little Dirty Dozer did. They forgave Little Skidsteer for his harsh words. We have to remember that none of us are perfect, and we will all make mistakes in life. And that's the end of our story of Little Dirty Dozer. I sure hope you enjoyed our story, and we'd love it if your mom and dad gave us some feedback. So, with a like, with a thumbs up, or a thumbs down, please let us know what you think. So, little ones, I look forward to the next time I see you, which will be soon. Until then, sweet dreams.